We don't want to be in the middle of a flood when everybody's doing flood response and say, how should we do things?
The Okanagan Basin Water Board is calling on the province for a full review of the way it manages Okanagan lake levels and the water control infrastructure on interconnected lakes and waterways in the region, all the way from Kalamalka Lake near Vernon to Osoyoos Lake on the U.S. border.
The way the dams are put in and the way that they're operated was designed for a climate regime that we're no longer experiencing. And our risk of flooding is increasing each year.
The call for a review of the way the province manages water in the Okanagan comes after the region experienced serious flooding in 2017 and 2018.
We don't want to have to keep rebuilding and rebuilding and rebuilding and fix things.
The monthly targets for the level of Okanagan Lake that the province is aiming for were set decades ago. But with climate changing, the Water Board believes those targets now need another look.
It's not working how it's going right now. Nobody's happy with it. Our letter to the province was not to point fingers and say people are doing things wrong. If we're pointing fingers, we're pointing at the lake, we're pointing at the snowpack, pointing at the weather, saying, we know the direction things are going in, and we have to make these changes now.
I recognize their concerns, and I share those concerns.
Sean Reimer, who works for the province to manage water levels in the Okanagan Lake system, says the provincial government is aware of the need to adapt and is working with the Water Board to determine what studies will be needed to make decisions about changes to the water system.
We're at the initial stages, but my program has always been working towards getting a better understanding of our inflows and working in terms of trying to deal with the kind of impacts that we're seeing from the higher water levels that we've seen in the last 8-9 years.
What the Water Board is looking for is a commitment from the province to fund and support any recommended studies that come out of the current review. The province says it will need to see what those recommendations are before it makes any commitments. Megan Turcato, Global News, Kelowna.